So it's actually the last time that you're going to hear that car this quiet. So we're getting some long tubes installed as well as off-road H-pipe, and it's all Mac exhaust. So we've already got the Mac cat back. Now we're going to have the Mac long tubes with matching off-road H. And I've actually dropped it off at Jet Hot, same place we did the Scrambler exhaust. So we got that done in Burlington, semi-local. So I always like to support local businesses. So we're up here at the Mecca of Mustangs. I don't know if they're US known, but as far as like the East Coast, and especially the Southeast, they are the Mustang hot rod shop. So I've had these for 2 years, and I've got a special project coming up in about a month, and I've just been I've been slack because I really wanted to do this myself, but push for time, we're gonna leave it to the professionals. So here we are. Next time you hear it, it should sound a whole lot better. Most trusted source for Mustangs that I know of. So I got a whole trunk full of goodies that are about to go on, and a special surprise. I'll leave that for when we actually pick the car up. I even cleaned the car up for the special occasion, and they are gonna dyno the car, but I have to work, so I don't actually know that I'll get video of that. All right, so here goes nothing. I'm trusting them with my car, but they're good guys. I know they do great work. Like I said, they're Southeast, they do the best work that I know of, so that's all she wrote. It's in their hands now. We had the car home from Fastlane, and we went ahead, we put the Mac, I already had the cat back on there myself, but we went ahead and threw the long tubes on as well as the off-road H-pipe, so it sounds so much better. The only thing, I'm not necessarily 100% disappointed with it, but we did have, so it was a Howard cam, or cams put in it. It's the Rattler series, I believe. And so at cold start, you can actually hear the cams, and it sounds pretty good. But when it actually warms up, I feel like 95% of the population won't realize that. They're just like, oh, that car's loud, or it's got exhaust or something, but they probably won't necessarily know that it's got cams in it. So I was really hoping for more of like a race car feel or sound to it, but the car did put down good numbers, so we got it tossed on the dyno and had it the SCT tuner to actually tune the car. So it's just a little handheld, but they did dyno tune the car. It put down right at 280 horsepower and right at 300 foot-pounds of torque. So pretty good numbers. So I mean, it's just bolt-on, it's just the full exhaust, the cams, and the cold air. So they had tried to do it myself with the cold air intake, but I have a strut tower brace on the car, and those two fight each other because they're taking up the same space. So they said they had to chop it up and hack it in order to get the cold air to fit. So, but yeah, so it's simple bolt-ons, and then the cams, it put down decent numbers, so it feels healthier, but just that I was really wanting like that race car sound, like the big chop with the cams. I didn't quite get that. On cold start, like I said, it sounds better. after we've got the exhaust work done, there's only really 2 issues that I'm aware of. And the first one is, and it might just be like just the new exhaust burning in, but the car smokes really bad. So it could just be like handprints on the exhaust and they're just burning off. But the whole trip from Fastlane to the house, it was smoking. And then today, this is the first time I've driven it since picking it up, and it's still smoking. So it doesn't, I can't really tell, because I mean, like, I don't know where it's coming from. I don't know if it's the headers, or I really don't know what it is. But the best way to describe it, it sounds like cheeseburgers, or it smells like cheeseburgers, which is really weird. So every time I smell it, I feel like somebody's grilling, but it's my car. And then the second issue is when they put the long tubes on, they had to drop the K member, because I guess that's just the way they do it. So they dropped the K member, and ever since then, when I got it back, the driving, it's kind of, the wheel is kind of cocked to the right. We'll see if we can try to show you, but it pulls the car. It's like when it wants to go towards the side of the road. So I mean, like, this isn't the smoothest road, but the steering wheel itself is kind of cocked a little bit to the right. Like, the Mustang should be straight, and it wants to pull me off the road. So we'll have to get that looked at. I don't know if an alignment is all that's needed to correct the issue, or if like the K member is just bolted on a little crooked. I don't know. But there's only 2 things so far. So I'm hoping the smoking will go away, and I just don't know if I just need an alignment or what. I'm happy with the car. I had it built up in my head as a little more than what it is, but make good numbers. It does sound good, so once you ditch the cats, I mean, that makes any car sound a lot better. So the volume is there. I appreciate you all watching. If you would like and subscribe, it really helps out the channel. Catch you in the next one.